Okay, so where we left off, the things we know the facts of cancer, we know the facts of colorectal cancer, the facts of red meat and processed meat, and how the doneness of the meat is the major connection to cancer. So, the things to consider. The World Health Organization released a press statement back in October of 2015. It shared the classification, like I said earlier, about processed meat. Red meat is group 2A, carcinogenic to humans, based on limited evidence that the consumption of red meat causes cancer in humans and strong mechanistic evidence supporting a carcinogenic effect. So it's a lot of big words. But that meat can cause cancer. It's not as the red meat, I should say, can cause cancer. That finding was major in the health-related world. It was a big topic of conversation, lots of news articles, lots of people worried, freaking out, which you should pay attention. My viewpoint is that since it has been proven that red meat and processed meat is connected to cancer, that you should take cautionary standpoints when it comes to consuming this stuff. There it is right there, cancer, made out of meat. But meat is okay. The main concern they had was well done meat. Now, I am guilty of eating only well done meat. Now, in the past year, I've gone to medium well, which, could still potentially be harmful. There's an option of no meat. You could strictly remove meat from your diet. But let me tell you that cancer is no joke. Anybody could tell you cancer is no joke, but when you go through it yourself or know somebody who does, you know the seriousness of it. And to me, eating well done meat is not worth the risk. Another thing on my view is, what about the animals? There was a study on rodents, but you know how many animals eat your table scraps? They eat meat products off the market. What's in there? What's in those products that they're eating? And what is in the parts that we're feeding them? We got to be careful how we treat our animals as well. Now, the first validation standpoint I have is a change in diet. Less is more. Less meat is more for you. More better. You can change your diet. It's not easy, but it is possible. You could eliminate the bad, get rid of all well done red meat, and try and reduce your processed meat to as little as possible. I'm trying to go through quickly here because I know I'm running out of time. The Mediterranean diet. Now, this was in my paper. It shows all that you can consume, with poultry, eggs, cheese, and yogurt being at the top. But you need to eat a lot of fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, nuts, seeds, herbs, spices, things like that. And it tells you how often. Meats and sweets less often. I mean, you guys can read. But the bottom part of the pyramid is what you should be eating every day, at pretty much every meal. So the Mediterranean diet, it's a cultural diet. It comes from different parts of the world, and but I wrote a lot in my paper. You don't need to abide by the cultural or religious standpoint to follow these diets. It's not about what you believe. It's about what you feel is healthy for your body. So with red meat and processed meat being related to cancer, it may not hurt to try a different diet or, go from there. The next diet is the vegetarian diet, and this is also in my paper, the vegetarian diet pyramid. It goes over what you need to eat and how often to go by this diet. There is no meat. Eggs and sweets should be very rare. It's primarily on grains, fruits, vegetables, and like beans, peanuts, plants, things like that. It's a big change from eating red meat, but it is a possibility. The last part is the vegan diet that I looked into. This is a vegetarian food pyramid, but it's pretty much the same. They just eliminate, eggs and cheese, things like that are made of gelatin. things specifically related to processing of animals in any way. So that's another diet they can have, you can have, anybody can have, to eliminate that risk of red meat and causing cancer. To basically eliminate that risk of cancer. My final thoughts here at the end, red meat and processed meat, are they bad? I would say no, but they are something you need to really pay attention to when you eat them. How often are you eating them? How much are you eating? What is the doneness level of what you're eating? What do I know about the meat I'm eating? You need to really look into what you're going to be eating. Again, how much, what's in it. Another thing to consider is what changes can I make to my diet? Can I eliminate some? Can I choose fish or chicken or turkey over any type of meat or processed meat? Do I need to make changes? Not everybody is as bad as others. And the last one, the most important one, is am I willing to risk my health? Cancer and meat, is the meat worth the risk of cancer? Am I willing to continue the way I'm eating to risk potentially getting cancer and really harming my body? So all of these are really important to take into consideration when thinking about what you eat, how often you eat, what's in the food you eat, specifically with red meat and processed meat. So that is all I have. Thank you guys for suffering through this with me. I really enjoyed this research topic, and the more you know about different types of cancer and the causes and the risk factors, the better and the more preventative you can be. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.